Hi, Brent Haynes with Wood Sound Flutes. I'm excited to be talking to you today. It has been far too long since I've had an opportunity to shoot a video, share some flutes with you, and to send out a newsletter. I've been really busy in the shop. We've been working, I don't know, 60, 70-hour weeks over the last, 2 months or so, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of time in the shop, a lot of late nights, a lot of tough times, getting things done. But man, it's so gratifying to be able to make beautiful flutes. It is just so cool to be able to come out of the shop and have, wow, this is so beautiful. Have something that you can just be super excited about. The flute in my hands was made for a customer. It's made out of almond wood. It has a little bit of ebony on it. And the almond came from it was actually a tree that one of my neighbors cut down a number of years ago. And it wasn't a very big tree, so I don't have a lot of wood from it. But it's a lot like apricot. It's very hard, and so it produces a really crisp sounding flute. This particular client wanted two things on this flute that are a little bit different. He wanted me to paint it. He wanted some of this custom painting that I've done from time to time. It's been, I think this is the 5th flute that I personally have painted, and I enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun. It takes quite a bit of time, but it's a lot of fun to do. And in the evenings is typically when I'll sit down and do my painting, when things are kind of quiet and things like that. So anyways, the other thing about the flute that's different is the mouthpiece. This flute has a big open mouthpiece like my standard Taos old style flute. The old Taos Pueblo flutes were made with this big open mouthpiece, and it provides the ability for you to do some articulation very easily with the tongue and things like that. It's very comfortable on the lips. It doesn't allow you to index. You don't know which way is up or down based on where you put your mouth to the flute, like my standard flute. And it's not, it doesn't have the tapered, elegant design of my standard flute. However, it is really comfortable and a lot of fun, and some of my clients prefer it, and so we'll do that on the custom flutes. This particular flute is made in the key of G. The painting has, I guess I've used 4 different colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 colors in the painting, and this image right here is a medicine man. This medicine man, I saw this image down in Sandwash panel down in southern Utah, just south of Bluff. Then there's an image of the Kokopelli that you can see at White House down in Canyon de Chelly down in Arizona, just out of Chinle. And over here we have the Zuni Maze. This is a very similar pattern to what I use on, the Mirrorball signature flute. Anyways, then it also has, coming out from the embouchure hole, I have this. You may or may not be able to see it from there, but I have an energy swirl representing the wind and the good intentions that you're sending out to your surroundings through your music. There's some energy swirls and things on the totem as well, and so very fun, and hopefully he'll love it. You never know for sure what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do when I start painting, just kind of let the flute take me where it's going to go, and I guess that's part of what I like about it. At any rate, I'll give you a little tune on this, and you can hear what it sounds like. This next flute that I get to share with you is made out of Hawaiian Sandalwood. Now this is a wood that I actually have a long history with, a history of wanting and not being able to get. The first flute I made from this wood was sent to me from a client. He had received it as a gift from a person who does some carving in Hawaii. Hawaiian Sandalwood almost was taken to extinction by overharvesting of England to make jewelry boxes and little drawers and things like that, because the wood has this incredible aroma. It is absolutely amazing. So nowadays, you can't cut down a Hawaiian sandalwood tree. Any wood that you have either came from before the ban of cutting or was taken from a living tree in the process of pruning that tree. And that's the wood that I currently have. When I first made the other flute, I went looking for some wood like it because I just loved the wood. The aroma is amazing. And so I went looking for a piece of wood, and the only thing I could find was a log on eBay that had a starting bid of $10,000. It was 10 inches in diameter and 24 inches long, and I thought, holy smokes, that's unbelievable. You know, that kind of price for this wood. What is this stuff, gold? And it turns out that because of the aroma, it's very, very popular. And people use it for incense. They get oil. They'll cook down the wood and get oil out of it that has a lot of great medicinal properties. A little vial of sandalwood oil, 15 milliliter vial, can cost as much as $200, $300. It's just an amazing aroma. So at any rate, it really blew my mind that wood was, they wanted this much for the wood. I went looking for some of the wood again. I found some sawdust that was available for $50 an ounce. I thought, holy smokes, this is ridiculous. I guess 6 months ago, a nephew gave me a lead on some Hawaiian sandalwood, and I called these folks, and I was able to get some wood at a price that was much more reasonable than the $10,000 for the 10-inch diameter log. The reality is that log was probably worth every penny of it. The logs I have now are only about 4 inches or 5 inches in diameter. The heartwood is really what you want. The rest of the wood is not really all that useful, and so it just doesn't have the aroma. And so I feel really blessed to have the handful of flutes that we have that we'll be able to make out of Hawaiian sandalwood. The wood's super, super hard. It makes a great sound. The aroma is spectacular, and this particular flute I've trimmed with koa. It has the engineered turquoise, the ebony on it, and it is in the key of F sharp. Surfing on a flute. It's fun. Really great sounding wood, and beautiful instruments. Now these flutes do start at about $1,200, so they're not inexpensive. And then depending on what we do for decoration, depends on where the cost goes from there. This particular flute, I think, is somewhere around, what was it, maybe $1,700, something like $1,700. So, beautiful instruments. Love them. Let's see. Share with you next, I think, this walnut burl flute. This is from some wood that I happened to walk by at a supplier's house the other day and saw, and just had to have. It was not very big piece of wood. So I only have, I think, 2 or 3 other flutes that we'll make out of this particular piece of walnut burl. It has a lot of curl, this particular walnut burl does, and so it's really gorgeous. This is Calero walnut. I've trimmed it with olive, Pernambuco, crushed turquoise, and then it's got the Pernambuco buffalo and the olive base. So great sound, of course. You know, I love doing what I do. End up creating instruments that are just so drop dead gorgeous. Is very, very gratifying, and I really appreciate y'all playing music on them. It just fills me with joy thinking about all the music that's being made on wood sound flutes. The last flute I want to share with you is an F Myrtle Flute. This flute has manzanita burl end caps. It's got some beautiful trim with the turquoise, and the bear is really lovely manzanita burl bear on a base, and makes a really gorgeous flute. Myrtle does. The curly myrtle is a lovely wood when you can get your hands on it. Anyways, again, this is in the key of F. I'll let you hear what this sounds like. Again, it's a low F, what we call a low F in a Myrtle flute. Well, I would be delighted to make you a flute for Christmas, or perhaps for yourself or for one of your loved ones. If you have some custom flutes that you're thinking about, by all means shoot me an email or give me a call. Of course, we have the classics that are available. Please contact us to find out availability so that we can make sure we get it there for you in time. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.